welcome, Tyler.
How you doing,
Great
sir?
to meet you.
Come on in.
Oh, thank you for having me.
My name is Taye Diggs. Tyler might recognize me from the Fox television program Empire, Grey's Anatomy, spin-off Private Practice, from the movie The Best Man 2. He might recognize me from my first movie, How Stella Got Her Groove Back. He was not old enough. Maybe on video. Video? Is that, am I not? Now I'm really dating myself. Do you need any water or anything?
Oh,
You
I'm good. Thank you so much.
All right.
Yeah, no worries.
And then you can sit right there.
Here, awesome.
I'm nervous.
Oh, no worries.
Okay.
All good. I'm used to it.
Yeah.
When the client opened the door, I had no idea who he was, and he didn't introduce himself, so I had no clue. But I could tell that he was very open, and I could feel it.
I'm feeling so many different things.
Yeah.
Like that's what you do is crazy.
It definitely elicits a lot of different emotions in the sessions.
Yeah.
It's normal to be sometimes a little nervous going into it.
Right.
Yeah.
Can I ask you something?
Absolutely.
How long have you been doing this? How long have you known you've had a gift, and how long have you been doing it?
Well, you know, for me, this all started when I was 10 years old, and I basically woke up one night and had a premonition of my grandmother's death. So that was really the moment that kind of changed everything. Then I actually started working professionally as a medium at the age of 16, but it took about 6 years to kind of refine what this was and turn it into something more of an ability.
So then is it like you're a radio and you have different stations and you have to kind of...
Yeah. Pretty much. My job is really to relay what I see, hear, and feel. And in a reading, it's not like the Sixth Sense. I don't see dead people walking around.
Right.
I basically just get really subtle impressions that I have to take and kind of process and then deliver to the client.
I'm curious. I'm at a crazy crossroads in my life, and I'm curious to know, what you see.
Awesome.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Pick up.
Sounds good. So I'll give it 1 minute. I'm just going to scribble.
Yes.
It's the way that I kind of meditate, get in the zone, and then we'll see what comes through.
Cool.
So give it 1 sec.
I'm more interested in what he sees with me. My future, obviously career. I got a divorce a couple of years ago. I moved in with my girl and her 2 kids, and there's just been a lot of energy, and I'm wondering where I'm going to be of use.
Okay, there's that. There's a lot coming in, so we're gonna talk about it. So much of this is gonna focus on family, but I'm just gonna kind of go all across the board.
Okay.
Let me see where to even start. They're having me talk about mom for some reason, like your mother. Do you know of a situation where like a man died at like a really early age? Because they're having me highlight this person that was coming through that for me felt like they died like before they should have died. It's a situation more involving personal responsibility. It's not like a medical thing. It's not something that happens to someone naturally. So it's one of those situations where someone put themselves in a position and then something bad happened.
This is ridiculous. My father, I think he died of complications with drugs and whatnot. Does that make sense?
It does.
Okay.
So it's that kind of feeling, and there's a feeling of like resolve with this, like I'm at peace with this.
Oh, okay.
But there was an understanding of how my actions kind of affected how my life went, and that was like the big thing that came through on the way here was like I'm aware of how basically the lifestyle that I lived put me in these positions that led to my death. Okay. And I felt like it was important for this to be relayed to other people. If there's people in your life that still don't have closure with how that necessarily went, that's his way of trying to say, hey, look, I know that my actions led to this. If I could have done it over, I would have done it a different way. The way that that came through was more so just to kind of let like the women know in the family primarily, like, I appreciate what you've done.
Got it.
But I also understand that, like I said, I put myself in some pretty tough situations.
My mom will trip on that.
Yeah, and there's an awareness of that. So just please know, it felt like directed at mom, and that was kind of like the big thing. Is where it came through. So.
Okay. When he first mentioned my dad and what he felt, that I didn't really care, just because I didn't know him. Do you know what I mean? But then the more we talked about it, and it came back to my mother, that's when I knew, okay, wait, this is for her. This is a message for her that will bring her a little bit more peace. Because I can't imagine what that, oh man. Yeah, I can't imagine what she went through, raising me solo and then having the father just jet. I can't believe that I didn't think of that. You know what I mean? She's my mom. I just figured, she's so strong but that must have been something else for her.
On the way here, there was a very clear acknowledgement of a feeling of regret about kind of what this individual would have done differently if they were able to do it over.
my mother had to move away from him because of the drug use and abuse, physical abuse. And that's probably what he was regretting. But that's about it, yeah. I didn't know much. Oh, you know what? Oh, and then I remember in high school, because, you know, as a kid, you hear all these stories about the father that you never had, and you dream about meeting him one day. I put him out of my mind, and then in high school, I started getting letters from him. Wow. And then I got really, really excited. And then one day I came from high school, and I opened the door, and my mother like saw me and gasped. And I thought she was laughing, but she actually was crying. And she said, he's dead, he's. I'd never seen any emotion from my mother speaking about my father. So I knew at that moment that he meant way more than I knew to her. When my mother told me my pops passed, I felt let down. You know, because I grew up watching after school specials. I thought I was gonna have a fairy tale ending where I was gonna meet my father and we were gonna, you know, get to know each other and get along, and then he was gonna be an added extra member of the family, and, you know, we'd go on bike rides and camping trips and shit. And he had just started writing me. So I think I got 2 letters. I remember studying his handwriting, trying to look for all the similarities, you know, between him and myself. So then when I heard of his passing, I just, you know, at that time in my life, it was like, oh, here's another thing that just didn't work out. It was like I was mourning what could have been, you know what I mean? But, you know, in my life, I moved on to the next. So yeah, I feel like what they went through gives me purpose, because I feel like I was definitely supposed to happen, even though he wasn't necessarily as participatory as one would hope.
It's interesting. Sometimes people will come through, they'll come through super clearly for 2 hours straight.
Yeah.
And other times they'll just say something really specific, boom, and then I don't feel them.
Yeah, that's him. You know what I mean?
Right.
Just enough.
Yeah, just enough.
Just enough.
Well, I hope that helps them.
It does, man. I can ask you a question?
Absolutely.
I feel like I'm supposed to be. I'm wondering where I'm going to be of use.
So the way this is coming in is they're definitely having me talk about like more directing and writing.
Right,
the feeling
right.
with this, I'm seeing travel around this, so yeah. Yeah.
It's in New York.
See, yeah. And they're bringing up stories of resilience and being able to like overcome huge issues. But this is coming across as like play-oriented, and it would be an opportunity, and I like it, but it's like overcoming, and I don't know why they're putting that around it.
Yeah, that's what the play is about.
Yeah, so and it's special because it feels like this is like something the world needs to see.
Yes.
And it's a message that in this time, in this world right now, we need more than ever.
Yes.
So like, what's the play about, if you can say?
Race and sexuality and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
And the issues surrounding them. Wow.
Absolutely.
Oh, man.
So that, you know, when you asked what comes next as far as like what your purpose is or what the direction is, that really is one of the big things.
Right.
Because the universe has kind of set that in your path for you to be able to do that and to be able to make a difference with that.
Right.
That's important. The universe is using you to spread that message in a positive way.
Right.
And that's all that really matters.
I'm so happy you said that, because I'm looking at this play as just career, as opposed to being of service, and you reminded me that this is a message that needs to be spread. So thank you for that.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, it made me happy.
Oh, good.
Ah, Jesus, you're useful.
That's the goal.
Everything he said was very easily understood, and where I needed the most help. I thought it was just gonna be a glorified kind of show and tell, and tell me, you know, about my third uncle, and you know, but this was nothing like that. This was some real life stuff. This is the real stuff.
Thank you so much. Oh,
My
I
man.
appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you,
Yes,
man.
of course.
Keep keep doing it.
Thank you.
Keep doing it.
That's
God
the
bless
goal.
you.
Awesome. Have a great
All
rest
right,
of your
man.
day.
Yeah, have
I'll
a
see
good
you again.
drive back.
Have a good one. Bye.
It fascinates me. I could have kept him here all day. Whew.